B'Shem Hashem Na'aseh V'Natziach. We know that we have to do Pirkei Avot, and in Pirkei Avot it brings a wonderful idea that Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai asked his students, what's the most magnificent and productive habit to have a good life and get to the world to come? And Rabbi Shimon said the most important thing in order to become a great person, live the most productive life, is haroet hanolad, to have vision. Like it says, Ezeu chacham, to be wise. And who is a truly wise person? The person that sees the consequences of his actions. As we know, unfortunately, instant gratification and foolishness, short-term goals, is what causes destruction. And the Grazal explains that King Solomon, Shlomo, already in Kohelet said that HaChacham enav berosho. A true Chacham is a person that his eyes are in his mind's eye. He has vision to see. Think a few minutes. Think twice or three times before you talk and act once. Where is this going to take me? What are the consequences of this action? As it says in the Midrash and the Yerushalmi, that a Chacham, a true wise person, already from the beginning, he has the vision to see the ending consequences and ramifications of his actions. And I want to just share with you something about my father of blessed memory, and two amazing stories of how I think practically this comes and plays out. You know, when my father of blessed memory, Shlomo ben David, Zecher Sadik Livracha, my synagogue in Santa Monica, Maor Torah, was going to be demolished, and my father, one of his crown and most glorious achievements in his life is that he saved the synagogue. My father had come visit me in Baltimore. We went to the Rosh Yeshiva SHLITA, Rabbi Feldman, and we asked his opinion. My father wasn't sure. He had to give all his life savings. It was a very expensive and mesiras nefesh what he did. It was a very, very big investment. And Rosh Yeshiva, at the time, we were worried that a group that was not loyal to the Torah would take over the shul, or the shul was going to be destroyed. The Rosh Yeshiva, we asked his opinion what we should do. Rabbi Feldman SHLITA, a true Gadol B'Yisrael that has this vision, and that's why we always need to listen to the Gedolim. We're like ants compared to their vision, which is head and shoulders above us. Rosh Yeshiva SHLITA said, I recommend you invest and buy the shul. And my father, he says, I'll tell you why. He says there's an amazing idea from Rabbi Aaron Feldman. He asks a question on the Rambam. The Rambam says God judges us twice. When a person passes away, God judges us whether the person should go to heaven or hell. Then there's the great day of judgment, which all the monotheistic religions, we say that Hineh, the day Eliyahu Hanavi will come, and there's going to be Yom Hadin Hagadol Vanora. There's going to be a resurrection of the dead. Again, we're going to get judged. And God is going to see if we're going to live forever in the kingdom of heaven or not. The question is, why does God need to judge us twice? If God judged us when a person passed away, whether he should go upstairs or downstairs, heaven or hell, why again that same soul needs to be judged again on the same day of great judgment? Rabbi Aaron Cutler Zatzal asked, the great Lakewood Rosh Yeshiva. So the answer is that whenever you do an action, you're planting something. Like Rosh Yeshiva SHLITA said, when Rav Ruderman made this yeshiva with 10-15 students, even though he passed away at that time 30 years ago when this story happened, he never envisioned how many hundreds of people are going to learn Torah, and then they're going to teach, the alumnus are going to teach other people Torah. So when God resurrects the dead, even if a person passed away 1,000 years ago, the seeds that the person planted, the ripple effect of all his good deeds could have created millions and maybe billions or trillions of other good deeds from his children and his students and his alumni. So he says he's going to be rewarded for that. And God forbid the opposite. If a person sins, then, for example, it's unfortunate, people that make fun of the Torah and cause their family members not to keep kosher, and they think the Torah is archaic, they're planting a seed of evil, and the ripple effect and all those rotten, when they get resurrected, they're going to have to pay the piper, not only for their misdeed, but all the ramification that comes out of it. And that's what the Rosh Yeshiva said. He said, when you buy this shul, just don't think about it as a short-term investment. Even after you pass away, people are going to be studying Torah. And I doubt I would be giving you this lecture right now, if not for my father, that I became the rabbi of this synagogue. And it's my job to spread the light of the Torah. And that's an amazing thing. We really need to look, what's the best investment of all time? The best investment is, and my Rebbe, Harav Eliezer ben David, would say, Olam Haba, the next world, is limitless. It doesn't last for 1 trillion years, it doesn't last for a gazillion years, it lasts forever and ever. So when the truly wise person is going to make the best investment, money, as we saw right now, ladies and gentlemen, trillions upon trillions of dollars has been wiped out in the last 6 to 8 weeks. Money is not the best investment. After this whole virus is over, many businesses are going to be bankrupt. I just got a letter from the RCC, support kosher restaurants because may not be able to survive, God forbid. So the only thing that is forever and ever is the Torah and the mitzvos and the good name, and how you break, like Rav Yaakov Hillel said, your bad characteristics. And maybe that's the reason why we have to be inside. And many people travel the entire world and have trillions of ideas, but they know everything, but they don't know themselves. They don't know what their soul is. They're not connected to their soul to polish it and take away their bad midot. And just the second story from my Rebbe's Rebbe, Rav Kolevsky. My Rebbe had a Rebbe, Rav Shlomo Heiman, which was the first Rosh Yeshiva of Torah V'das. Is another amazing story. One time there was a blizzard in New York. He was the most amazing Torah teacher. He would give over the Torah with such excitement. One day there was a blizzard. Instead of 50 students or more, only 4 came. But yet he was yelling and screaming and jumping up and down and excited, giving over the class as if the whole room was free, full of students. So one of the students whispered in his Rebbe's ear, he said, there's not 50 people here, there's only 4 people. Why are you so excited? He said, the Rebbe, Rav Shlomo Heinemann, answered, you think I'm just teaching you? I'm not only teaching you, I'm teaching this Torah that I'm implanting in you, I'm teaching it to your students and your students' students. So I have to give it with the most love, enthusiasm, and gishmak, and simchas HaTorah. And I'm sure that's why my Rebbe Zatzal, that's why the thing I miss him about him, the Torah was so ha'erevna, was so sweet in his mouth. So may Hashem help us to know the best investment. Whatever we do, it's scary. If you think about this, think about it a lot. Whatever we do, tonight is the first night in the Omer of Netzach. Whatever you do, every second of your life will have ramifications forever and ever and ever and ever. Like we say, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto La'olam Va'ed. We are godly, we are angelic, our body is not us. So the decisions we should make are the decisions that benefit us forever and ever and ever. And that's the study of Torah, breaking our bad habits, our bad evil midot of laziness and ego, and doing as many mitzvot as possible. Have a wonderful Shabbat. Don't forget to study the third chapter this week of Pirkei Avot.